2014 U.S. Open Men's Championship for the recurve event. We do have number 1 seed Brady Ellison versus number 3 seed Zach Garrett.
This is a really interesting matchup because Brady Ellison just won, our national champion title yesterday and is a 2-time Olympian. And Zach Garrett at, 19 years old, this is his first shot at a national podium here. And he's going to make it. It's just gold or silver, so he's got a lot of motivation riding in on this. And Zachary did open the match with a nice 9 just out of 10. Ellison has a 10 and a 9. Zachary also with a 10, so 10-9 for each competitor. The first set will be determined by this third arrow. A 9 for Ellison. Garrett is taking his time with this third arrow, and that's a 10, so actually Zach Garrett will take this first set. Good shooting from our newcomer to the national senior podium.
And as has been the case, as soon as the competitors get done shooting, the wind picks up, which is of course good for the competitors. But that's a first round. It doesn't look like Garrett had any nerves being in his first gold medal match.
The sun is back behind the clouds again, so this, overcast weather does tend to create better shooting conditions. So we should expect to see high scores continue throughout the match. Zachary Garrett is originally from the state of Missouri, and he would like to plug for a national tournament to be held in Missouri one year.
Much like we saw Colin Klemetchek in the semifinals, Garrett is sporting his USA gear with the USA shirt with his name on the back, and this time he didn't go with the shorts, but he seems to have somewhat of a USA fanny pack looking apparatus on the front of his outfit.
Always finding some way to show that American spirit.
I think the only way that a fanny pack is appropriate is if it's American flag.
I don't know if a fanny pack is ever appropriate. Though they might be making a comeback, who knows?
There's definitely no shortage of them here today. As we wait for the official scoring, the competitors are pulling their arrows. And it does look like the Garrett will get the 2 points as Sarah predicted. So number 3 seed Zach Garrett jumps out to a lead over the number 1 seed Brady Ellison going into the second set. Strong showing for the young archer in his first gold medal match on the national stage. So the competitors now come back and reset. See if each goes straight to their coach for some adjustments.
Brady Ellison is again joined by his stepfather, Mel Nichols.
And here we go, second set. They didn't waste much time in this competition. Gold medal match, number 3 seed Zach Garrett, number 1 seed Brady Ellison, ready to continue their quest towards the gold.
And here we go. Ellison opens with a 10-9 liner. Looks like a 10. And what appears to be a 9 for Garrett. That breeze is continuing now. It has not yet died down, so I'm sure our archers are watching the flags. That's a 9 for Ellison, just out of 10. Garrett with a 9 as well.
So the good shooting continues here in this match, what you would expect from two of the top competitors in the field.
We have seen Ellison come from behind to win many times in competition, so I don't think losing that first set would rattle him much, and he does finish out this set with another 10. Garrett's looking to finish this strong with another 9, and that will bring the match back up to a tie of 2-2.
So we get the signal for the archers to go ahead and check their targets to confirm the scores. Judge Mike Cullenber walking down with the archers to make sure he is not needed.
Bumblebee just flew around Zach Garrett, but didn't seem to faze him. Must have all his focus on the competition right now. Or he's not as scared of bees as I am.
And waiting for the scores to be posted. And it, as Sarah said, Brady Ellison did get the 2 points in that second set. So we will go to a third set, tied at 2 apiece. Again, both archers shooting extremely well.
In that race to 6 points.
The competitors now coming back to the line. The crowd is the biggest we've seen all day, obviously, with this being the men's gold medal match. But the crowd is definitely big, the biggest we've seen all day by far. So we're getting ready for the third set. Number 1 Brady Ellison versus number 3 Zach Garrett, tied at 2 points apiece. See if Zach can rebound.
He did take a very strong lead. It's just making sure those, none of those shots get away from you. You got to keep them all really strong right now. And Ellison opens with a 10, and Garrett with a 10-9 liner. It's a little bit close to call from back here. Looks like we have a 9 from Ellison. And an 8 from Garrett.
So the wind's picking up right now. That you got to think that had some kind of effect on Garrett with that last arrow.
It is definitely a stronger wind right now. Ellison with a 9-8 liner. We'll wait for an official call on that. And an X from Garrett. Nice strong finish to the set. This match is not over yet.
And the crowd shows their appreciation for that last arrow. So we'll wait until the competitors get down there to confirm the scores. This set could go either way.
We're actually, believe looking at a tie on this set, so that'll bring the match from 2-2 to 3-3, keeping it at a tie. This is very exciting shooting right now. There is some excitement on the field as we're joined by more spectators that are going to be competing in our JOAD competition this afternoon.
So we wait for the competitors to confirm their score to see if they did indeed split. Judge is down there in case he needs to be of assistance. And Ellison does in fact add 1 point to his score. So Zach Garrett and Brady Ellison, as Sarah predicted, after that third set will be tied 3-3, keeping this gold medal match all even, and once again putting us on track for a possible one-arrow shoot-off. Over on our compound channel, the gold medal match for the men also tied at 87 apiece. So a couple good matches going on both our channels right now.
Zachary Garrett fixes his hair as he walks back. We haven't seen Brady Ellison with this short of a haircut in a while, so changing things up out here.
And we're off to the fourth set, turning the sets over pretty quickly during this event. Allows the competitors to keep their focus, I would think.
Ellison opens with a 9 and Garrett with a 10. And both archers shoot at the same time. Ellison with another 9 and Garrett with a 9 as well. So 1 point lead for Garrett in this set so far, going into the third arrow. Ellison is definitely taking his time, focusing. I think they've both decided to wait out the wind that just picked up a little bit.
Yeah, the flags behind the competitors are blowing sideways.
There also might be a little bit of a tailwind. Garrett with another 10 and Ellison with 3 9s. So Garrett will take this set, bringing the score to 5-3.
So Zach Garrett in his first national gold medal match is 1 point away from closing it out. So which means all he needs to do is split the next set, final set, in order to win the gold. Send Brady Ellison home with the silver.
Both archers are definitely making a good run for that title here. Both archers are, shooting great shots right now, and they both seem fairly calm and relaxed, even though this is a very high-pressure match, of course. But when you're doing your best, you have to just be happy with what you're putting out there.
Judge Mike Cullenber down there with the competitors just to make sure he's not needed, and it doesn't look like he is. And Zach Garrett did in fact put up the 2 points as Sarah said that he would, so he is just 1 point away from taking home the gold medal. So he has a little problem getting that last arrow out of the target. And Brady Ellison will try to win this set to send us to the 1 arrow shoot off that Sarah and I have been asking for 6 matches now.
We are still hoping for that.
And if we're going to get it, why shouldn't we get it in the gold medal match?
I agree.
So I would assume at this point that Zach Garrett does not agree with us, and he would like to just close it out right here without the pressure of going up against a past champion and Olympian with a 1 arrow shoot off. So both competitors getting some adjustment advices from their coaches. And here we go. Here comes the 5th and final set. Either Zach Garrett will go home with the championship after this set, or we'll be going to a 1 arrow shoot off.
Both archers at full draw taking aim. Ellison with a 10 and Garrett with a 9. Ellison is definitely looking to keep the match going. Another 10 for Ellison. He is going to make this tough. An 8 for Garrett. He'll need Brady to slip in this arrow if he has hopes of closing the match with this set. And that is another 10 for Ellison. 10, 10, 10 for a perfect 30. We will have to go to 1 arrow shoot off. Finally, Chris, we've been waiting for this all day.
We finally got it, and like I said, if we're going to get it, what better match to get it than the men's gold medal match?
And Garrett does close out the set with another 10
so
as well.
Quite a few 10s by these competitors in all 5 sets. So this
just comes down to this 1 arrow and who can, handle the pressure the best and get off the best shot they can, and we'll see what happens.
And there's definitely, you can see Zach Garrett thinking about it a little bit.
Not having to be up on the line there myself, I am psyched right now. But of course, that is a lot of pressure.
Sarah, have you ever been on the line for a shootout, a 1 arrow shootout?
I have, and it is definitely a lot of pressure. I've actually been really lucky with shoot-offs in competition to manage a couple of impressive X's down on the wire, and it's definitely the most proud I've been of myself when it comes down to that 1 arrow, and it's your one shot to prove that you can be the best when it matters, and there's a lot of pride in winning a shoot off, so this will be exciting.
So what do you think the difference is going on in Zach's head, who's first time on this stage, first time at this level, as opposed to Brady, who's been here before, won this championship before, is a seasoned veteran?
You know, I think both of them are training full-time right now, putting in a lot of effort to this, and they definitely practice shoot-offs, and I think they're both just trying to, like, keep their cool the best they can and each get off, you know, a perfect shot.
Well, it is official. We will get to see that one arrow shoot-off, and if you've been listening to us since this morning through the weather delay, you're probably sick of hearing Sarah and I talk about it. This is the sixth match, and the sixth match we've mentioned it in probably a couple other times. So we will get to see the one arrow shoot off in the gold medal match for the men's recurve here at the 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championship. Number 1 seed Brady Ellison versus the number 3 seed Zach Garrett. So, and the competitors are finally conversing.
They both do seem to be in good spirits. I mean, this has to be exciting for Zach, you know, his first, you know, shot at the gold medal out here in a national senior level competition. And how cool would it be to actually win the gold?
And just in case anyone's wondering, as the crowd shows their appreciation to both archers, if by some random chance both of these arrows are the same exact distance from the X, we will in fact go to a second shoot-off. I know some of you were wondering, so we wanted to make sure we got that across. But the way this shoot-off works, it is one arrow each, closest to the middle. And they will measure. It's not an eye test. Sarah, is there any strategy here on who pulls first, if it matters?
I think it's, you know, your personal preference. Like, you know, if you're going to go second, you kind of hope you're not following up a perfect 10 because it kind of takes some of the pressure off. But I think also there is some of the pressure's not there if you shoot first because you don't have any expectations of what the other archer is going to shoot. I think you really just have to focus on yourself and not worry about what the other person's doing right now.
Both are at the line with their bows pulled back.
A 10 for Ellison and a 10 for Garrett, but it looks like Ellison's 10 is closer to the center.
Wow.
So he is the winner of the 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championships. He goes back to hug his coach, shakes hands with Garrett, who has also got to be so proud of himself right now, and the coaches are shaking hands.
Team USA well represented by the men. The coaches for Team USA and USA Archery are all out there to congratulate. And Judge Mike Cullenber will walk down to make it official, but as soon as Ellison made that shot, he put his hands in the air as soon as he saw where Zach's went. So even from 70 meters away, he could tell it was a little bit closer. So we'll make it official. And Brady Ellison will go home with the gold medal.
Thanks for everyone bearing with us through all of this. It's been an exciting day out here, and we're looking forward to continuing with the JOAD National Championship elimination matches this afternoon. Always good to see, you know, the future archers that'll grow up to be shooting in these divisions. There's a lot of talent out here this year.
And Sarah, for those new to the archery community, what does JOAD stand for?
JOAD is Junior Olympic Archery Development, so it is the archers who are competing up until the year they turn 20, where they become seniors. And there's a lot of incentive for improvement and growth throughout the JOAD programs in the U.S., and many of the senior archers we saw today started out in JOAD programs. And definitely a great program and a great opportunity.
It's a weird world when you're 20 and you're in the senior circuit.
And here we have Zach Garrett, who's 19 and already shooting as a senior and just won his first national podium silver medal.
So strong showing. Obviously a bright future ahead when you're only 19. You're already winning silvers in national level competitions.
Absolutely. Maybe looking forward to Rio 2016. Who knows?
Absolutely. You have to think at this point he has at least the thought of the Olympics in his head. And after seeing his showing out here today, well deserved. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with you. Brady Ellison just won the recurve gold men championship here at the 2014 U.S. Open Archery Championship.